everything starts with this question: why breakfast? Types of modern breakfast. Number one is carbs-based breakfast. The second type of breakfast is a so-called balanced breakfast that still has excess carbs. Some people just eat toast or croissant, coffee, sugar. Okay, this is kind of breakfast. Another one, or cereal or something like that. Everything is carbs. Pure, simple carbs, okay, which immediately turn to be sugar in our blood, right? And other people say, no, I have an omelet, right, and some salad, and I add some other things, and a couple of toasts with the jam, and coffee. Okay, so this, I'm interested in these toasts and the jam. I'm less interested in salad. I'm more interested to hear about the 2 toasts with the jam. This is what I want to know. Okay, so in most cases that's the case, and they call it so-called balanced, but still that's the problem. Still that's the problem, excess carbs. And others, they just skip breakfast. They don't have breakfast. They say, this is in fashion. I just skip breakfast. I just smoke a cigarette and then I go. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm just skip. This is not cool at all, by the way. From our body perspective, this is not cool at all. And this is like third of the population. This is third of the population. This is third of the population. And third of the population. I don't know exactly what's going on in States, but in some countries this is more or less the case. All right. So once people start this day from carbs, they tend to continue their day with carbs. And they don't understand why. And they don't know that they need to think why. They're not aware at all that something is wrong. They just continue. They're not educated, not aware. They're not savvy. They don't understand. Nobody explained to them. They didn't read articles. They don't search in internet. They are not subscribed for magazines and particular whatever newspapers and online things. They just don't know. But this is how they eat. And some of them try to change sometimes, but they can't. Why they can't? Because they can't fight with their own body's chemistry. You can't win your body. Okay, you just need to cooperate with your body's physiology. Okay, you don't need to fight. These people, they can't win this situation. They just continue to take a little bit of sweets and of this and coffee and during the day. And here's why. And of course, you know where it's leading to. It's leading to obesity, overweight, and many other problems associated with that. Now, some people say, I eat with my eyes. This is I've heard from some people. Okay, not everybody saying that, but some people I've heard, I eat with my eyes. Okay, I eat everything I see, they say. Everything which was around, I just take and eat. This is what they say. And they don't understand this has nothing to do with eyes. No, that's right, that eyes are those who, lead the way. That's true. But something is behind our eyes, right? Something is sending the hand to take. And this something is actually organ called pancreas. Not everyone is aware of how our body works. Majority of people don't know. Okay? Those who know are scientists, doctors, and friends of doctors. And family members, maybe. But by the way, doctors are not healthier than the average population. Okay? So they need to know. Pancreas is an organ of our body which produces gastric juices and insulin. So this is the one. Okay? If you want to know how it looks like, people, usually they want to know how it looks like. Otherwise, it's difficult to imagine. So this is the one. That's the hero of the show. That's the one. This is our stomach, and this is pancreas. Do we need sugar, by the way? Does our body need sugar? It does. Our brain needs glucose, sugar, right? So there is no other food. We are fortunate that our brain doesn't get those pizzas, right? Into the brain directly. There is some kind of barrier in between that fortunately doesn't let it go in. Okay, so otherwise we would die. with the pizza in the brain. I have no doubt. Okay, so how it works? Let's understand first that human body consists of around 100 trillion cells. This is more or less the number. Okay, we didn't count everybody's cells. John Turtle definitely has more cells because he is very sportive, right, and takes care of himself. No, I'm just kidding. So this is official disclaimer. I'm just kidding. John Turtle probably has the same number of cells or similar to all others, all right? But anyway, and it requires a particular number of nutrients. So scientists are still arguing what is the number, right? But it's over 100. Some people give different numbers. So we took just one particular number from one literature source. There are other sources, okay? But this is less important. This is over 100 different nutrients our body needs every single day, by the way. And what scientists proved recently, that everything you eat today is not relevant a week from now. It will be burned today. Okay, it's just today. It's to support. Today's food is to support today. Okay, so everything we ate yesterday is already spent. Are you aware of that? It's gone completely. So what we ate yesterday gave us energy and nutrients to regenerate cells and tissues of our body. How did our body spend all this? And we want to know. You know why do we need to know this? I'll tell you why. It's because our job is not to feed our stomach, but cells. Stomach is a tool. Intestine is just a tool to feed our cells. We are eating for cells. So when someone is taking his hot dog, right, it's better to think twice whether is it something my cells need or not, or my body, or my stomach, just for me to satisfy my hunger, right? So, and the question definitely is not, in most cases, hot dog is not the one, is not the source of nutrients which our body needs, cells. So we are eating to feed cells. That's the bottom line. You can write this down. We are eating to feed cells at the end of the day. This is cellular nutrition, by the way. We are dealing with cellular nutrition means we need to take nutrients to cells. That's why we eat. So our nutrition gives us energy, which coming from fats, carbs, and proteins. We mostly spend energy during the day. We less spend energy during the night. During the night, our body is busy to regenerate cells and tissues of our body, and it badly needs all the nutrients to restore cells and tissues, right? This is very complicated process. Every cell is a big factory, which needs many raw materials to come in order to reproduce itself in a normal way. If it doesn't come, all the raw materials don't come, right? The cell anyway does the job, but without all those raw materials, all those nutrients, we can see the process called aging. Okay, aging starts with this on the cellular level. And when people don't to age before their biological age, they need to take care, first of all, of these raw materials which are coming to our body. This is number one in preventive anti-aging is nutrition. First of all is nutrition, okay? Not to age very fast. Okay, we need to take care of what is coming to our cells first, because aging is starting at level called cells, all right? So we spent yesterday energy, we spent all the nutrients during the night and water, okay? We breathe, and then we go to the restroom in the morning, and we got rid of all the water we've been drinking during yesterday, okay? And now we wake up empty. Write this down. We wake up empty. That's the word I use. Empty means energy is spent, which is coming from yesterday's food, okay? Nutrients mostly gone, right? Water gone. You know how much water do we, let's say, lose during this night? Over 1 liter. And some people, and then our body wakes up and asks, right, in the morning and demands those nutrients back. This is what happens. It says, give me my nutrients back. You can get out, to your balcony and see this guy is standing downstairs over there with a big poster, give me my nutrients back. I've spent everything, my water and my nutrients and my energy. I want energy, nutrients, and water back. And what do some people give instead? Nothing, or coffee instead of water, right? Or nothing at all, or cigarette, or carbs. And carbs is what? Sugar. So we usually give sugar or nothing instead of 114 nutrients and water. And this is really bad. This is where problems start. Now, if carbs are coming, right? So this is a very, very schematic way of giving you an idea what's going on in our body. But this is a very important one. This is how people can understand what's going on more or less and why they suffer from different situations and conditions, right, at the end of the day. This is not very scientific way to show, but this is very schematic way to show, okay? But this, you can understand more or less how it works. It was another disclaimer, by the way. So once a person starts with the carbs, blood sugar level goes up. This is, by the way, this is normal blood sugar level. Normal, okay? We need sugar. You remember? Brain, muscles, some other things, liver, there is a whole story of sugar is a very important thing. The problem is excesses of sugar. That's the big problem. You know, by the way, and you need to know this fact, 50 years ago, we used to consume 200 kilos or around 400 pounds of food during the year. Now we consume 300 kilos or over 600 pounds. 50% more food we consume today than 50 years ago. And all this incremental food is carbs. So our body needs to do something with that. That's why we have so many people with obesity, people gain weight, and they get to many, many problems, okay? So the incremental quantities of food are coming from the carb source, first of all. So that's the problem. It's a food industry. It's became an industry. It used to be, your mom and dad cooking something at home, right? But they're not cooking at home anymore in many cases. People buy here and there things which are already done by someone, and it's not even someone. Even someone was not there. Machines just do everything. Okay, so blood sugar level is going up. As a result, pancreas starts to produce insulin to take it down. Because the job of insulin to remove sugar from the blood, a little bit it sends to brain, a little bit to liver, a little bit, but the rest has nothing to do with that. So it produces fat. It turns it into fat, our cellular fat. And all those events, this is how we gain weight. People get on their scale, and then they see, I've gained 2 pounds during last month. This is not good. But actually, they gain weight every day, 10 times a day. This is not once a month, and this is not once a week. This is 5 times a day, 10 times a day. Let's see how it works. Now, insulin comes and removes sugar from the blood. And now we come to the level sugar drops, right? And now, here we feel something which is very interesting. Let's say we ate something. We are not hungry, right? But now we feel hunger. We feel that an hour later or half an hour later, we want to take something, right? Why do we want to take? Because we have lack of energy. People, they experience this lack of energy. They are tired during the day a few times. Some of you you remember yourself when, especially after lunchtime, you go like this. Are you familiar with that? Mm-hmm. But why you are lacking energy? Because you got food, and then why half an hour later your intestine is still full of food, right? But something is sending your hand to take another portion of coffee, Coke, and carbs and sweets and things, you need to get back your sugar. That's the problem. It's because of sugar. Once sugar is low, your brain lacking sugar. And your brain sends you to sleep. Standby mode. Your brain, due to low level of sugar, sends you to standby mode, like computer. It's like gas. You can't drive with no gas in your car, right? So you need to have gas. So once you get to the situation, you're lacking energy, and you tend to take another sweets or coffee, right? And then you get back again your sugar, right? Pancreas, poor pancreas just thought, very naive. Pancreas is very naive organ, okay? It thinks, when is it over? When this dinner is over? Pancreas doesn't know, because they bring and bring and bring and bring, right? And then they bring, and then after 1 hour of all this, now the dessert is coming. And pancreas didn't know that dessert is coming, right? So it wanted just to go down and stop working hard, but actually we say, no, bring dessert. Let's get back again, okay? So it gets back again, and now it works again and again and again and again. So, and during the day, people experience those kind of things, and this is a vicious cycle, and it's nothing to do. If you started your day in this way, you just continue, because you have no choice. In most cases, you have no choice, right? If you didn't eat your breakfast, you skip breakfast. Some people skip breakfast because they want to lose weight. This is so wrong, and they cause vice versa, actually the opposite results. Because they didn't give anything to their body, right? Sugar level is dropping sooner or later, no choice. And then they experience 2 hours later, they experience hunger. And what they're looking for? Coffee, snacks, sweets, and everything which was around. And of course they find it. Once they found, sugar level goes up, insulin takes it down, and the rest is the same. So it's exactly the same. It's even worse, by the way. But it's more or less the same, okay, with the difference of a couple of hours. It's exactly the same process, okay? So what I wanted just to give you a little conclusion, that this vicious cycle leads to overweight state, which can then lead to other diseases, such as diabetes and cardiovascular diseases, right? This is not me who invented this idea, okay? And the importance of breakfast was recently discovered during the last few years. It was more and more scientific support is coming from the scientific community about breakfast, right? So what are the criteria of good breakfast? People want to know. After we tell them that their breakfast is not right, they ask us questions, so what it is supposed to be? And then we tell them 4 points. We give them 4 points, 4 criteria of good breakfast. Number 1, it must provide the body with all the vital nutrients. We need to educate people, right? We educate people. That's our mission. Once we educate, they stay with us. They don't go for a temporary weight loss program, because it's much wider than just weight loss. It's fixing the cause of weight loss. Number 1, provide the body with all the vital nutrients. Number 2, provide body with the energy. Number 3, provide the body with the water. And number 4, maintain the normal blood sugar level. And then the chart will look like that. If we don't give too much of carbs, no surge of sugar level, no drops, no insulin is not involved. And then we're coming to the lunch time, and we control our appetite. We don't have these hungers. You remember the carbs hunger? Hunger for carbs? We don't have it. And then people come to their lunch, and they're fine. They choose what to eat, not pancreas. Pancreas doesn't control us anymore. So we control ourselves, and this is what we see. We see immediate, once we change breakfast, we can see immediate change in nutritional habits. Immediate, same day. We got results in same day. This page actually tells you what I told you. And then they ask me, how can I get this kind of breakfast? And I say, of course, this is our breakfast. We have the one. Okay, so our breakfast is actually 3 products. The idea is coming from Mexico. Okay, they already fixed it. They found that this is very, very effective. We start our day with a glass of aloe, cleansing our body, many, many good nutrients. Over 100 nutrients just in different botanical factors just in aloe. Can you imagine? Over 70 of them are responsible for different good things in our digestion system. This is very rich product. We start with fix digestion, big glass of aloe, 1. Second, thermogenics beverage, another glass, right? Energy, antioxidants, many good things, another support, more fluids, more water again, and then we take shake. All nutrients, protein, and everything. Okay, so this is over 1 liter of water we consume in the morning. And then what we say that we have to continue to drink during the day if we want to get energy and antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and water, right? We need to keep going with the water, not with Coke, not with coffee, right? Not to stimulate ourselves with coffee because we are down, right? So we make 1.5 liter. So we put just 1 teaspoon for this big bottle of water. If you want, you can put 2. You can put even 3 if you want, okay? But trust me, 1 or 2 is enough. People feel great, right? If you want to feel even more energy, you can add a little bit. But 1 or 2 is enough. You can even add a little bit of aloe concentrate and make mix. And this is incredible product, by the way. If you add both and you keep drinking during the day, you got 2.5 liters of water during the day with all the vitamins and nutrients, and you give up all the rest of sweet juices and Cokes and coffee. You just don't want it. You just don't want. And then people take the bottle and carry. This is most sellable product now in our organization.